just like me, you like, you know that look just like me, you like,
Hey y'all, it's Nay with the Makeup Monday, doing my go-to makeup look, the Tastic Look, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been asking for these makeup tutorials, I got them for you. Okay, I got them for you, honey. So I'm putting on my Fenty Beauty primer, the Pro Filter primer. That's usually the first primer that I use. I use those primers, you know what I'm saying? I should be demonstrating in a minute. Oh, there you go. Boom. Alright. And then, you know, gotta moisturize the lips. Can't be crusty, you know. And after that, doing a little shimmy, okay. Where's the second primer, girl? Oh, there we go. The e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer I put on after. I usually put that in, like, my center, so because I get a lot of pores. Like, in the center of my cheeks. Put some under the eye. Pat that in, all that good stuff, you know. Put a little bit there sometimes. Okay, what's next, girl? Ooh, that band. Y'all know when y'all bands, when you be trying to, you know, melt the lace in, girl. That shit was hurting. Watch, I'm about to get like a air relief because I'm loosening it up. Ooh, there it is. Alright, and now that's my backup, the Laura Mercier Translucent color Nutmeg. And then, ooh, did I say color Nutmeg, bitch? I meant medium deep, but the Fenty Beauty's in the color Nutmeg. Oh, yeah, just get in there. Okay, I just pat the excess on my hand, then I put over my brows because I get very, like, oily in my forehead area. So prepping my brows, you know what I'm saying? So I put that, pat, in my beauty blender. And then, yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened with that. I don't know, child. Yeah. But anyways, Fenty Beauty Concealer in the color 420. So I use that as like a base concealer. So I put that on first. Under my eyes, I put that like in like the corners of my mouth. You'll see when I put that on. Like any dark areas, like any areas with discoloration. I also put it on like, I have like really dark hyperpigmentation on my cheekbones from like, you know, acne as a kid. But yeah, also not too much on my face. My skin was beating me up from my menstrual, so she looking a little crusty. But yeah, not too much. Then next is the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer, color Chestnut. I put that on top as like a little, it's like a shade lighter than the Fenty one that I use. So I put that on top, give extra coverage, a little bit more brightening, you know, all that jazz. You know, a little shimmy on. I was bumping that new Kendrick, girl. Yes. That shit was hitting. But yeah, I just let that sit for a little bit. You let that concealer cook. Oh, and then I put, oh, okay. Yup, the Corsair. Yep, and then the NYX. So the NYX one has color. That one's more like a clear. So I use that to tame the brows. You know, dab that on. Do all that good stuff so that the brow hairs won't move. It's like I barely have any, but them bitches, they like to move a little too much. We don't like that. So that's what I use for that, to tame my hairs. That's what I use, the Shea Moisture Bonding Glue. I use that for like my baby hairs. I'll give y'all a little sneak peek of that right quick. Like look at that. Watch. Swoop, swooping it, swooping it in there. You know what I'm saying? Let that cook. Then I use the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in the color Black for my brows. Going ahead and blending out my mouth area, and then I let my cheek, oh, look at that, you know, it's a Fenty household. That was that Fenty robe, you know what I'm saying? I did have it in the other video too, so we love Miss Fenty, girl. Everything that I have where it's demonstrating, click the link. I'll have that down below as well if y'all want to like check some stuff out. So here I'm just dotting where I want to have my end points of my brows, and I start off by tracing out how I want the shape of my eyebrows. So I do that. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all get some more detail. And I just keep doing like strokes, light strokes, and just keep like feathering it out as I go in. And it makes it like easier to like continue like drawing on your brow hairs and stuff by at least for me, just by like tracing it out. And then I trace out, I like fill it in as I go too. So like you'll see like I'm doing like light hair strokes, especially in the front, to like mimic like brow hairs. That's why I love the brow tint pen by NYX. Like it's too good. It's too good. So it's really good at that. So if you like that kind of thing, that will work really well for that. And yeah, I haven't touched like a brow pencil since then. I prefer this way better. And it just stays on way better too as well. So that's why I like to use the brow tint pen. So definitely cop that. Her shirt scheme. Yeah, just keep flicking it out. You know, just trying to see if like the endpoints match each other too. Because I'm not good at making my eyebrows look identical. I know they're sisters, not twins, but sometimes they be doing their own thing sometimes. So, you know. Alright. And yeah. But it's okay. Like, if you make any mistakes, you can always go back in and clean it up at the end of the day. So that's why I don't really care. So here I'm just shaving off any like excess hairs that's like, you know, ruining the union of the family. Like, you gotta go. Bye. I mean, like, you making everything not look nice right now. So yeah, I do that in between sometimes, in between like groomings, any hair that grew out and all that jazz. This music bumping. Alright, what's next, girl? Yeah, just looking at everything, making sure, fill in my lines, making sure everything's nice and concise, nice and filled in, you know what I'm saying? I like the ends of my tails to be like really filled in, and like my brows to be like super arched. That's your thing, do it. Just checking to see if the camera's still on. I'll be doing that frequently throughout the video. And ooh, we're not gonna talk about it. I was in a rush. I was getting ready for a date, girl. Like, you know, I could do so. I'm going to do so much. Making sure everything's good. You'll see me go back in a lot throughout the whole tutorial. So don't be afraid to like go back in and like, you know, fix anything up. You know, it's okay. It's okay. And now I'm just going back in with my Fenty concealer that I use, the 420, to, again, like clean up. So I like to trace that out first, fill that in how I want, clean up any of the mess. I get that nice sharp line. And then I go in with that thin brush. I like a thin angle brush to really go in and like carve out how I want the eyebrows. And then you'll see I'll use excess from whatever that's at the bottom of my brow to clean it up. And I do a lot of blending with my fingers. So, you know, blend with your fingers, brush. Makeup is universal. Do it how you do it. Okay, this is how I do it. This is the Tastic way. Okay. I'm just used to doing it. I don't know. I don't know why I do that. It just blends better for me with my fingers. So yeah, I'll frequently like go back in, like if I like took off too much, I'll just put back in, like, you know, draw back my tail end of my brow hairs. That's another reason why I've like shaved my brow hairs, my brow tail, so I could like customize how I want to do my tail. Because naturally it like droops down and I would like a high arch, so I just shave that bitch off and draw it in. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing on the other eye, clean up any mistakes, sharpening that brow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever you do on one side, do it on the other. And then low key, I use the concealer. Like if I want to do like eyeshadow or anything, I'll like that's why I put like a lot of concealer to like blend it on like the eyelid as well. And then I'll use that as like a fake primer, low-key eyeshadow primer, if I want to do any like shadow. But I didn't do any shadows for this one. I'll do it for another Makeup Monday, honey. I'll do another one for y'all, maybe next week or the week after. We'll see. We'll see. Going back, filling that in. Sure everything is nice and looks as identical as possible, child. Then I go back in and rub out any harsh lines. Clean that up, clean that up. Clean that up, clean that up. And clean that up, clean that up. Ooh, I clean that up, clean that up. Clean that. Oh, and there I go, blending out the cheeks areas first. I usually do that before my brow, so it's not too dry, but it's fine. I just blend that out, blend that out. So I don't usually use it for like full coverage. I like a more like, you know, my skin but better. So that's why you don't see it covering up everything, but just enough. And then I go in, I blend out my eyes with my fingers as well. Like I try to like fan it out when as you see when I'm blending. So I'll like do like a patting motion and then just blend it outward. And underneath as well, you know, any discoloration, go back in, blend up the eye, all that jazz. Because what we're gonna do afterwards is I'm gonna use powder anyway. Because I'm like obsessed with powder foundation. So this might not be for dry skin, low key, because I'm like combination oily. Sorry in advance for my dry skin girlies. But again, this is how I do my makeup. Yeah, continuing to blend out all that jazz. And where is it? Okay, I'm going back in with the Fenty Beauty Nutmeg to set that concealer in. So I do it anywhere that I put concealer, I go in and set it. Again, I just use that triangular powder. Powder, you know what I'm talking about, the powder puff, girl. And I like that because it like blends a little bit, as well as like it just like sets powder way better. I don't know. And then it gets in them nooks and crannies. That's why I like the triangle ones a lot, as opposed to like a beauty blender. But yeah. Okay, looking good, looking good. Yeah, again, anywhere you put concealer. And here it is, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte. Ooh, yeah, not too much on that, not too much. Matte and Poreless, that's the Real Techniques brush that I use. If y'all want that, both will be down below. And that's what I use for like my liquid foundation, the Fenty Beauty Luminous Foundation. So yeah, so with the powder, that's the color Mocha, child, 360 Mocha. I don't know, it just gives, it's like a buildable medium coverage. So like anytime like y'all see like, oh, like your skin glowing, girl, your skin glowing, it's that motherfucking Fit Me Poreless pressed powder, okay? Like it really gives you that like my skin but better. And because it's buildable, like you could put like as much or as little as you want. Like it looks really good. Again, this is gonna be like a full trust the process thing, so it might, like this is the thing with makeup, it'll look crazy as you go, but the end result is always gonna be at the end of the day. So y'all see how I do on my streams, on my pictures, my posts, all that. So trust the process. Thank y'all. All right, not too much. But yeah, I'm just doing like a stippling motion and like swiping to like blend as I go. So I'm just like stippling and like tapping the powder in. I guess that's the proper term, child. I don't know. I just do whatever works. So I'm gonna try my best to give y'all the proper terminologies, you know, the makeup girlies call it. So yeah, I kind of like put that into like, if I'm wearing like my wigs, I'll like put it into, so it blends, so everything blends. We want everything to blend, that's the goal. Everything to blend into each other, so everything makes sense. And yeah. Now I'm just curling my lashes, regular eyelash curler. No, I'm not poking my eye out for the men that might be watching that don't understand makeup. This is perfectly, like, my eyes are fine. Okay, and this is the same thing, the Fenty Beauty setting powder, but that's in the color Honey, so that's for my brightening. So y'all gonna see, I like to basically like brighten like the entire area where I've concealed and used my face, like overall face color setting powder. So I'll put that on top. I don't remember where I learned that from, but ever since I've been doing that, like it just like, it's been a game changer for my makeup, so I just stuck to it. So I like a bright, like, you know, like a middle under eye. So if this is not your thing, this is scary for you, you don't have to put on this much. I also do this like as like putting, as you can see, I'm putting it like on the sides of my nose. Any excess I have, I put on my chin and forehead as well to brighten up that area as well. So I do like the whole like nose thing to do like a fake contour, because I'm not good at contour for real. So it gives like that fake illusion like I did contour low-key when I didn't. So yeah, I'm just patting that on and just making sure everything's blended. And because we're gonna put on contour on our like cheeks, which is right here, the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palettes, I use 2 of the darkest shades that they have, the medium to dark and the deep to dark. So I'm gonna show you guys, I use both of those on the sides for contour, and that highlight in the medium dark palette on my nose. So that's all I do to give like that I did something but I really didn't. You know, just to give a little shine to the nose, you know what I'm saying, to look like, again, like I did some contour but I really did it for real. I ain't do it. I be lying to y'all, but yeah, just to give that shine bright like a diamond in the nose, make it all cute and buttony. So now I'm just like, I like to contour, like, because I have, as y'all can see, I have really high cheekbones, so my contour is really like high. I try to follow like the natural like bones of my cheeks, so I just take like an angled like contour brush or anything that's like a cheek brush or whatever, and just again doing like stippling motions. I like to do a lot of stippling motions when I'm putting product on. Less is more, so always start up with a little bit and build up. So that's why I like do my highlight powder so high, because and that's the Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Bronzer in the color Mocha Mommy. So I use that to bronze anywhere that I put my contour. Put that over it. But yeah, back to the highlighting powder. So as you can see, like anywhere like I'm contouring, it's going over the powder anyway. So everything like ends up, see, this is why you trust the process. This is why you trust the process, okay? But yeah, just put that over to bring some warmth back into my face, so everything's not flat and 2D. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. And if I want to add more brightening after like contouring and bronzing, I just add a little bit more to the center. I'm just making sure that nose looks fake contoured, because we didn't contour the nose first. Yeah, just gonna blend it. And going back in with that brush, my foundation brush, to blend everything back in. Take out any like harsh edges. And yeah. What was I looking? I don't know. Oh, I was looking for my blush. Not too much of my blush. I broke it. So that's the Black Radiance Artisan blush in the color Warm Berry. So I like, with my blush, I like to put it under my eye. I've seen Jackie Aina do it, and like ever since I'm like, oh my god, it looks so pretty. And like it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Like just do it. And like with blush, I don't like to go too crazy with the blush sometimes. I do love blush, but like today I was like, I'm not gonna go too crazy. So very light with it. So I like to put it like in between where I put like my highlighted setting powder and my contour and bronzer. So like everything kind of like is married into each other. So I just tap that in at the high points of my cheeks, under my eye. And just, I don't know, it just looks cute. It just looks cute. I don't know. And I use 2 setting sprays. I use the Charlotte Tilbury and the One Size by Patrick Starr. So that I use to like get the powder. Make everything like not look as powdery. So it gives like a nice dewy luminous effect with that. Drying it off with my fan or whatever. I don't know what happened there, but I let that dry down. So now we're gonna use that One Size spray to like cement your makeup. So that's really gonna like keep your makeup on all night. Like when it say until dawn, bitch, that shit don't move. I promise you. Like that duo eats down. And then I go back in with the leftover from my setting powder that I used to brighten, and I just dab that in everywhere. Like I don't like my forehead to be too shiny. And yeah, I just re-go over everything. So I'm not applying more product, I'm just using what's left over. Yeah. And this is my holy grail, my NYX Epic Ink Liner in the color black. So I'm just going in and putting back all my beauty marks that I have, especially my chin one. That y'all not gonna be able to see me do because I'm gonna cover it like a dingus. I'm sorry. I don't be, you know, I'm not, this is my first time. It's my first time. You know, I'm not used to recording myself doing my makeup for real. And yeah, okay, so I start off by doing like a thin line. I do a thin line. I'm gonna show you 2 ways how I do like my liners, like the wing part. So yeah, you start off thin, so like in case you want to keep it thin or like making your like the line of your wing like thicker or thinner, you always want to start off small. So always start off small. So on the left side, I'm gonna show you like how I started from, hold on, we'll wait till we get to that part actually, before I say something dumb. Yeah, from top to bottom, that's a way you can do it. Or you can do it from bottom to top. So from bottom to top, you get from the point and drag it down and then fill in. So it makes it like you're doing, like you're coloring in, like color pencil. That's why I like that one. It has like a nice felt tip, like point. So it makes it really easy to like draw your liner. And then you go from like your outer corner of your eye and touch it to the tip of the top part that you drew. And then fill in. And then you can like go in and make it as sharp as you want by like dragging the line out at the end, as you can see what I'm doing, and then bringing it back down. If you want to make it longer and sharper, or if you want to make it thicker, you know. My liner is never perfect, so I'm gonna show you how I clean it up, because I did mess up here because I was in a rush. So I just actually we'll get to that when I show y'all. So yeah, you just keep playing with it a little bit, you know, as you go. If this is like the look that y'all want. I like dramatic liner, you know, y'all know how I do. That's what I'm known for. And I'm also gonna show you guys how I do my inner corners. Always have like Q-tips on deck at all times. Okay, so I like to start off at like the top of my lid, if I'm making sense. Then drag that out and then go from like the inner corner to connect it to the end. I don't know if I'm making sense, but y'all should see what I'm talking about. Like drag that out and then go back in from that inner corner and then connect it to that end point and then color it in. And that's how I did my signature inner corner, because I love a nice cunt, like inner corner snatched, you know what I'm saying, liner. Y'all know how I'm doing my liners. Y'all know the drill. I think I'm about to show y'all how I clean it up. Yep. So again, I take the concealer that I use, the Fenty concealer, to clean it up, and then that angle brush that I use to clean up my brows. And all you're doing is just like like cleaning up where your edges are, like if it's too like rounded, if it's not like as like sharp. This is how you like get that sharp line if you mess up anywhere. Well, yeah, just like conceal over and under to get that nice sharp line, and just blend it out so that it's not like super harsh and looks crazy on your face. And yeah, so I do that. Just going back in to like clean everything up. Oh gosh, got a hiccup. My fault. That was disrespectful. Love it. Ew. Using the Deca Scarlet Edition 11 palette. I use the color Onyx, which is like black, because I like to have like a black. I like to line the under of my eyes with black. It just gives it that like nice sultry, like mysterious look that I love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to take your soul, like type shit. So yeah, I like to use that, either that or I use like a black liner, but I didn't have my black liner, so that's usually like a substitute for any like black that I'm using. Just going in with like a thin angled brow brush to line it up, and then getting like the edge, like the corners. Like, do you see the difference? Look at that. Boom. Like, it really takes it there, like, for real, with your whole look. It really gives man-eater. Yep, just doing the same thing I did to the other eye, to the other one. I use two. I use the L'Oreal Telescopic, which is the thinner one that I'm using now for like my bottom, because I have really like small, thin like lash hairs, which they're there, it's just like barely visible. And then if you want something like more defined, I love Maybelline mascaras. So the one I just demonstrated was the Sky High, I believe it says Sky High. If you want something that's gonna like fan out your lashes, this is more to like really get in there and like define like the thin small hairs of my lashes, so like they can show, especially for like my bottom. Like those are perfect for bottom ones. Okay, so this is like the Maybelline mascara I was talking about, to really like, you know, but I'm not gonna do too much, just to like give a little something in the ends and the corners, because we're gonna put on lashes. And this is the Manga lashes that I got on Amazon, and that's my holy grail, that duo lash glue and clear, in the green bottle, of course. These, your lashes will not move, bitch. Like, your lashes will stay on. So these, I love these lashes because like they give like that, I want to say like sexy doll like effect. Like, I just love the little wisp, like the little wet wispy look in lashes, and these are perfect. And they're like not too long, not too short, just perfect medium. So what I like to do with my lashes, I'm trying to show y'all in the middle, where I don't put it at my natural end of my lash line. I put it a little bit up high where my liner is. It's gonna give that nice cat eye effect, which you're gonna see, y'all gonna see. Oh, damn. Where's she going? Damn. Like, do you see it? You see it though? Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, look, let me show you again. So yeah, I start from putting the lash in the middle, and then I like place where I want it at the end, place a smidge higher, and then take my tweezers to get my inner corners like right in there. You want to get right in those lash lines, girl. And then pinch everything together so your lash, when your natural lash and the lash could sit together like one big happy family. And like, look at that dip, like, ooh, like, damn, girl, you going? And I had to change. So we're back, we're doing our lippy. I couldn't find my liner, so I'm just using like a black eyeshadow, the Onyx again. One thing I will say, I might get back to doing this, because using like eyeshadow for like lip combos eats so bad, like, it makes it like, if you're going for like an ombre look for like your lip combos, like eyeshadows, as opposed to like natural like lip liners, they like give you that look. It gives that nice ombre, like everything just blends so nice. Like even just here, I would just put like a clear regular gloss, or just like any kind of gloss after this, like not even no like lipstick or nothing, and like it will look really nice, and that will be like your lip combo for the day, honestly. But yeah, I just love, like, my typical combo is always like black and like a pink, or just using my natural pink and just putting like a Fenty gloss over it. But I'm gonna use like two different like a lip oil and a lip gloss. I'll show you guys when it gets to that point. See, I'm just lining everything, cleaning anything up with the excess on the brush that I had for the concealer. So that's the Kosas Wet Lip Oil Color Unbuttoned. So I'm putting that in the center of where I didn't put any eyeshadow, obviously. Just putting that in, and then I'm gonna put over it the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Champ Stamp Fantasy. Like, this gives like a nice shimmery, sexy glow. Ooh, so I'm just putting that all over the lip as my overall lip color, and yeah. And then boom, baby, kissable, suckable, nice lips. Mwah. And there we have it. This is the Tastic Look. Thank y'all for watching. Here's some behind the scenes, looking good, looking sexy. Thank y'all for watching. Like and comment. Bye.
Tell me you'll never wanna lose me. Tell me you